He wasn't born into privilege or instant stardom. Yet from the very beginning, there was a quiet intensity, a commanding presence, sharp focus, and natural authority that made him impossible to ignore. Kenan İmirzalıoğlu didn't simply become a leading man in Turkish television. He redefined what strength, depth, and charisma could look like on screen. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you enjoy deep dives into iconic careers, real journeys, and the stories behind legendary names, make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned. Kenan İmirzalıoğlu was born on June 18, 1974, in Balıkesir, Turkey. Raised in a modest family with strong values, his early life was far removed from cameras and fame. Academically gifted, he studied mathematics at Yildiz Technical University, a path that reflected his disciplined and analytical nature long before acting entered the picture. Everything changed in 1997 when he won the Best Model of Turkey and later Best Model of the World. That victory didn't just introduce him to the entertainment industry. It positioned him as a rare blend of intellect, physical presence, and screen potential. Unlike many models who fade quickly, Kenan treated the opportunity as a foundation, not a shortcut. His acting debut came with Deli Yürek, a series that became a cultural phenomenon. Playing Yusuf Miraglu, Kenan captured the spirit of rebellion, honor, and emotional conflict in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. The role transformed him into a household name and established his signature style: intense, principled, and quietly powerful. Rather than chasing constant visibility, Kenan made deliberate choices. Projects like Ezel elevated his status from star to legend. As Ezel actor, he delivered one of the most complex performances in Turkish television history, layered with betrayal, revenge, vulnerability, and psychological depth. The series achieved international acclaim and remains a benchmark for quality storytelling. He continued this trajectory with Karadağ, portraying Mahir Kara, a man torn between justice and love, and later became the face of intelligence and composure as the long-running host of Kim Millionaire Olmak Ister. Each role reinforced his image as a figure of authority and trust, both fictional and real. Kenan's career is defined by restraint. He avoids overexposure, appears rarely but impactfully, and prioritizes substance over frequency. This selective approach has protected his mystique in an industry driven by constant visibility, allowing every return to feel significant. Off-screen, his life reflects the same discipline. In 2016, he married actress Sinem Kobel in a widely admired yet dignified union. Together, they maintain a low profile, focusing on family and privacy rather than spectacle. Kenan is known for his reserved demeanor, rarely engaging in controversy or unnecessary media narratives. Financially, his success mirrors his career philosophy. His estimated net worth is built through high-profile acting roles, long-term brand partnerships, and selective endorsements, accumulated steadily over decades rather than through short-lived hype. What truly distinguishes Kenan İmirzalıoğlu is longevity. From action-driven dramas to psychological thrillers, from leading roles to cultural influence, he has sustained relevance without reinventing himself for trends. Instead, he refined his craft, strengthened his presence, and let consistency speak louder than noise. As of 2026, Kenan İmirzalıoğlu stands as more than an actor. He represents discipline, patience, and timeless masculinity in Turkish entertainment, a figure whose legacy is built not on volume, but on impact. That brings us to the end of today's feature. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into widespread fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him: a calm authority, a grounded strength, a presence that felt steady even in silence. Barış Baktaş didn't simply appear on Turkish television as another new face. He built his identity with patience, transforming discipline and quiet determination into one of the most talked about rising careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight. Hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Barış Baktaş was born on February 12, 1997, in Batman, Turkey. Long before scripts and studio lights, he was deeply connected to structure and responsibility. He pursued higher education in economics, showing an analytical side that few associate with the entertainment world. Alongside academics, he developed an interest in music and creative expression, gradually discovering that performance offered something numbers alone could not: emotional communication. His early years were not defined by instant visibility. Instead, he moved steadily, exploring modeling and artistic projects before stepping fully into acting. That breakthrough arrived with his role as Baron Karabey in Kan Çiçekleri. The series quickly gained a dedicated following, particularly among international viewers, and his portrayal of a complex, emotionally restrained character captured attention. Through Baron, he conveyed tension, loyalty, pride, and vulnerability without exaggeration, building connection through subtle intensity. What distinguishes Barış Baktaş is control. Rather than relying on dramatic outbursts, he often chooses minimal expression, allowing emotion to simmer beneath the surface. This restrained style created strong on-screen chemistry and positioned him as a compelling dramatic lead early in his career. As the series expanded its reach across digital platforms, his popularity grew beyond Turkey. Social media engagement surged, fan communities multiplied, and his name began circulating in discussions about the next generation of Turkish male leads. Yet despite the attention, his progression has remained measured rather than rushed. Off-screen, his image reflects composure and discipline. Fitness and physical conditioning remain part of his routine, reinforcing the structured mindset that shaped his early years. He keeps his private life guarded, sharing limited glimpses rather than constant exposure. That controlled visibility strengthens the mystique surrounding him. His fashion presence leans toward sharp tailoring and understated confidence. Whether appearing at promotional events or in editorial shoots, he projects modern masculinity without excess. Clean lines, neutral tones, and structured silhouettes complement his calm persona. Financially, his rise reflects growing television earnings, brand collaborations, and expanding international visibility through streaming distribution. While still early in his long-term trajectory, his estimated net worth signals steady upward momentum rather than fleeting hype. What sets Barış Baktaş apart is quiet ambition. He approaches acting as craft rather than shortcut, gradually refining emotional delivery and screen command. In an industry that often rewards loud visibility, his strength lies in subtle presence. As of 2026, Barış Baktaş stands as one of the most promising emerging actors in Turkish television, known for restraint, discipline, and controlled intensity. His journey from a structured academic path to dramatic lead reflects patience, adaptability, and belief in gradual growth. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.